Hello and welcome to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is GeorgeNidoLord10, or you can call me George for short. And if you do know me, I apologize for potentially making myself look like an embarrassing fool in this and any of my other videos. As you notice, I'm not revealing what I look like via a face cam, and instead you see a drawn version of myself before you on screen. There is a reason for this, and that reason is that until I get a decent sized audience, or until I feel it is the right time and am confident with my camera setup, I plan to more or less remain faceless for the time being. I know what you may possibly be thinking. Am I a PNG tuber? Like say Jelly, for example, aka Jelly Bean? The short answer would be no. I more or less took inspirations from some other YouTubers, such as Icarus with his I'm Sorry video, where he tells the story of how he spent over $10,000 on an office PC and a streaming and recording PC, or Spark with his persona you see in his videos. When it came to designing my toon self, I originally was going to make a Dragon Ball Z style version of myself, but ended up not liking the design terribly much. I then thought of being a VTuber, but it just seemed a bit complicated and bothersome, so I changed my mind on that. And after that, I was going to try a toontuber, which essentially is a similar thing to a VTuber, just more or less cartoon instead of anime style, with help from a OBS setup and Sammy, thanks to Scott Falco. Link to the tutorial that I found from him in the description. But after fiddling around with the setup, I ultimately decided to keep it simple and create my own drawn self to represent me for this video. Now, aside from this video, I may use my drawn self in other things like for say the thumbnails, but that will be a time will tell sort of thing. Also, trust me that it is a real person behind all of what is going on with this channel, and not something like say, oh wow, no, the Uncanny Valley Horror Show that is global copyright. I mean, look at this thing. Bruh. You may also be wondering what exactly my channel is about. Well, as you may or may not have seen with my channel banner, my channel involves gaming and entertainment. What does that imply? Well, for a basic example, that would mainly involve, say, video game Let's Play style content, or walkthroughs or playthroughs of some variety, to potentially provide some insight of how to play through the games, show my genuine reactions toward in-game elements or events, or even the experience of me potentially playing a game for the first time, to get a more emotional reaction, since it would be a game or even multiple games that I have never played. Pretty basic stuff, I know, but it is a place to start as my channel grows and maybe even evolves. For those curious as to what kind of games I like to play, on screen right now is a composed list of all the games I own both digitally and physically at the time of this recording. Why are some of these titles highlighted? Well, these are titles that over my many years of gaming since childhood have played and completed. And in the case of my PS4 library, I have currently platinum trophies for 26 of these titles, and yes, a few of these games were bargain bin easy to grab platinums, like say My Name is Mayo for example, but I can't handle it. I like collecting them if it is possible. I say if it is possible because there are some games in my collection that have trophies required for the platinum that have been locked up forever due to situations like say, scummy developers shutting down servers, making multiplayer trophies unobtainable. Look at you, Activision Blizzard, as an example. Needless to say, because of them, my unopened, untouched copy of the Game of the Year version of Overwatch that I bought when I originally bought my PS4 has effectively been turned into a coaster, since they shut the game down for their quote-unquote sequel, Overwatch 2. There's also other games in my library where multiplayer trophies are unattainable as well, such as Transformers War for Cybertron and Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Again, thanks a lot, Activision. Back on topic. I don't plan on playing just the games I have currently. No. I plan to play newer titles as well, as long as I can acquire them and play them on my currently available platforms. Now, you may be wondering, why haven't I listed, say, games for PS3, the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, or the DS, 3DS, Wii, or Wii U, or even the GameCube? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, recording the handhelds would be difficult for me, for one, as well as potentially for recording Wii gameplay. And then there's also the fact that aside from not having GameCube or PS3 titles, the titles I do have available for say the Wii and the handhelds, not that terribly impressive, but who knows, maybe down the road I'll play those games, maybe. There are some very important things I want to make clear about me and this channel. To start with, I am someone who does and will swear. especially when playing difficult games, dealing with stressful moments or situations, or just as an instinctive reaction to things. I'm old enough to where it is okay for me to do so. And if you, my lovely viewers, by chance have kids and you don't like the language or the content I show, then all I have to say is...
Don't let your kids watch it!
I am a content creator, not a babysitter. If you want to watch kids content, you could always watch Lanky Box, but God knows why you would want to. Another important thing to note is that I may end up playing games that may involve sensitive subject matter or may involve certain groups of people. And regardless if it is within my control or not, I want to make something perfectly clear. I don't care what you all do in your personal lives when it comes to that stuff. You do you, love who you love, it doesn't matter to me. What does matter is that no one gets disrespectful towards one another in the comments, because no one really wants to deal with that. And if I by chance do end up offending someone, all I can do is say I am sorry. We all make mistakes from time to time. No one is immune to this. What I am trying to provide to you all is a means of escaping reality for a little bit of the day to chill and relax and unwind the stress of whatever your day may bring. I want your viewing time to be a time of peace, a time of enjoyment, a time of bliss, if you will, as you forget your woes of everyday life.
Oh no!
Welcome to the bliss.
Oh, no, you don't. You are not going to brainwash my viewers. Back to Hope County with you. Yeah, she goes and shows up unannounced if I by chance mention you know what. We'll deal with her another day.
A few moments later.
Eat rocket. To go back to my catalog of games really quick, there is something I want to bring up about my first two playthroughs for the channel, those being South Park The Stick of Truth and South Park The Fracturable Whole. You see, I recorded Fracturable Whole before Stick of Truth, and you'll notice that the audio between both will be quite different as well. And that is because I first recorded Fracturable Whole using the SharePlay software, the PS4, and the microphone of my Turtle Beach Stealth 600 headset. And for those unaware, SharePlay has a maximum recording time of 1 hour, and the microphone of the headset that I was using is very basic and not very good when it comes to audio quality. Believe me when I say that it is bad compared to what you are hearing right now, but it is all I had at the time before I got my hands on a Blue Yeti streamer microphone, which you'll find out about during the playthrough. And you may be wondering, well, why don't I just re-record the playthrough for Fracturable Whole? More or less, I just didn't want to. And after some time, I eventually got my own laptop, that being a 2020 HP Omen 15, a boom arm for my microphone along with a windscreen and pop filter, an Elgato HD60S Plus capture card, an OBS Studio, tax the limitation of only being able to record for 1 hour at a time, get great gameplay footage, and even add audio filters to my vocals to make them sound much better than from where I started. Speaking of recording, if you by chance are wondering if I have any kind of schedule planned, the answer is yes and no. The reason I say this is because even though I could potentially upload 5 days a week, it will depend on how long processing and uploading takes, and of course if YouTube wants to make it difficult to post my videos. But at the very least, I will try to schedule them and may even use the community tab to potentially keep you all posted on what the progress is for my videos. When it comes to social media or platforms outside of YouTube, I do have a Twitch account, a Twitter account. Yes, I'm still going to call it Twitter because calling it X is stupid. And I have a Discord account and server. But for now, I haven't started streaming yet on, say, Twitch or YouTube, since I don't have a setup that I like just yet, and I don't have a large enough audience yet at the time of this recording, so no point in streaming for me if no one is watching. If anything, I may mostly use Twitter to spread the word of when videos get posted or any news that may be important, but time will pretty much tell on that front. And also when it comes to content for my main channel, I may not do just Let's Plays. If anything, I may do special kind of game content involving gaming, like say playing Halloween games around October, or say doing one-off titles just to kind of show them off, maybe doing gameplay demos, things like that. But time will tell on that front. So for now, it will be a playthrough style content. With all that being said, I hope that you all choose to stick around, and aside from liking this video, I hope that you all choose to subscribe as well, and stay tuned for many fun Let's Play videos in store. So until the next video, I hope you all have a fantastic day and take care.